You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. Now, Senator Dino Melaye, former senator representing Kogi West in the Senate and convener of the Anti-Corruption Network, joins us live on the news tonight. Well, distinguished Senator, I would like to thank you most kindly for joining us tonight on the news. You have been accusing the federal government of bloating contract funds, especially for roads. What informs your very strong allegations?
Basically, one will start by saying that the Anti-Corruption Network was set up to check abuse of official positions, fight corruption, expose it, create enlightenment programs and all that. So what actually informed our petition is the level of corruption in Kogi State, is the level of stealing that is going on in that state, and we have a department that is responsible for carrying out forensic investigations across, and these discoveries were made, and we eventually made it known to the public, and we also petitioned the anti-graft agencies so that the common patrimony of Kogi people that have been stolen can be recovered and taken back to the people.
Now, Nigerians want government to deliver on infrastructural development, and this feat needs adequate funding for it. What's your take on this?
Sorry, I didn't catch that very well because.
Well, Senator, let me go over that question again, if you may. Nigerians want governments to deliver on infrastructural development, and this feat needs adequate funding for it.
The thing was blurred, so I didn't actually catch it. But I want to guess that you're talking about the road contract, and you're asking if there's adequate funding for it. But one thing I want you to understand is that we have no other country to call our home on this country. And if the World Bank have pegged about 240 million naira as the maximum benchmark for construction of 1 kilometer of road, and if roads have been constructed by the same Julius Berger for between 300 and 400 million per kilometer, the ECOWAS road linking about 5 countries was also constructed less than 300 million per kilometer. It would be outrageously calamitous and scary that the federal government approved at the Federal Executive Council a few days ago that the road between Kano and passing through Zaria, Kaduna and Abuja, 375 kilometer road, be constructed for 2.1 billion naira per kilometer. I mean, this is not acceptable, this is injurious, this is laughable, and should not be tolerated in any civilized society. And the funding of the road, whether it's staggered or it's going to be an instantaneous funding, we must create a benchmark. We must always make sure that, and now I begin to wonder what the office, what the Bureau for Public Procurement is doing, that such a contract will pass through procurement processes and then even get the approval of the Federal Executive Council, shows that corruption has been celebrated, especially by this government.
All right, distinguished Senator, recently you accused the Kogi State government and indeed your governor, Yaya Bello, of awarding contracts without following due process. Kindly expatiate.
Like I said, that the Anti-Corruption Network also discovered from our investigation, and we have petitioned the anti-graft agencies, that contracts were awarded to fictitious bodies, in fact to bodies that are not known to law, that are not registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. And some other companies were used for stealing money. Some of them do not even have the capacity for the kind of contracts that were awarded. And some individuals also, like if you go through our petition, you'll find out that there are 2 individuals in that petition. One of them was issued check in 10 million naira 40 times in one day. Another, the day after, the same character again was issued checks 10 million 33 times. On the third day, he was issued checks 10 million naira 37 times. And by the time you look at all this, within 2018 alone, he withdrew cash through the counter 12 point something billion naira. And unfortunately, this person we are talking about is a civil servant who works in the office of the governor. I mean, the other lady also who withdrew over 6 billion naira through the counter in 10 million naira tranches is also a staff of Kogi State government who works in government house. And all these monies were withdrawn from the government house administration account. And we have given the name of the account, we have given the check numbers, we have given the banks, we have given the account numbers, and we are only waiting for the anti-graft agencies to do their job. But over 53 billion was stolen from only 2 accounts in government house. Senator, and that is not the end. We are still working on other accounts.
I hate to break you, but these are really very strong allegations. But just one final question. Many Nigerians are just wondering why you are just raising these allegations after leaving office. In fact, they say you will stop the struggle if you go back to office. How true is this?
Anyway, that is not correct, because I founded the Anti-Corruption Network, and I was doing this during the Jonathan administration. But by the code of ethics of the Senate, I cannot be in the Senate and at the same time be running the Anti-Corruption Network. So by the time I was in the Senate, I stopped running the Anti-Corruption Network. But at the same time, no senator in the history of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have raised corruption motions and bills on the floor of the Senate like Dino Melaye. And most of my motions have recovered billions of naira back to the coffers of government while I was in the Senate. So it's not something I'm doing because I'm in or out of the Senate. It is that every Nigerian should fight, whether you are in the mosque or in the church, you are on the streets, or even in our homes.
Distinguished Senator Dino Melaye, we'd like to thank you most kindly for speaking with Galaxy TV.
The pleasure is always mine, and you're welcome. Thank you.
So there you have former senator representing Kogi West and convener of the Anti-Corruption Network, Senator Dino Melaye. Thank you so much for your views.